That's our new slogan. Sip some tea.
Sip some tea. Nice. All right, what up, y'all? We're back on Knowledge Itself, aka KOS. And backboard is Nano.
What's up, everybody? We got a special guest in his house.
Or I should say, returning special guest.
Returning special guest.
Mighty D-Will.
With his dramatic entrance. Hold on, should we scoot over a little bit? Let's scoot over a little bit. I'll scoot over slightly.
I'm a big man.
Oh, I'm a big man. Oh,
Big man. That's why I'm mighty.
oh.
All right, so we are in episode 9.
Oh, wait, where's he going?
Oh, just slight adjust.
Oh, okay, cool.
The webcam. So today's topics, or my topic today, it's going to be why do hip hop? Well, I should say why do hip hop artists often romanticize about death?
Dun-dun-dun.
So, your topic, guys.
Oh, I thought you took a deep breath, like you're about to talk about your topic or not. I'm just gonna talk about artists out in the community that are out pushing their product, pushing their music, and then go from there.
All right. RJ, do you want to keep a mystery for now, or you want to?
I'm not 100% sure what my topic is yet. I just kind of jumped on this podcast. I'm just off the blue, you know. You know, the moment type of deal.
Once you're outside, just kicking it, and then you're just like knocking on the door, like, "Hey guys!"
It's like, hey,
yo, it's like I'm here.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm here.
So let's do this. All right. So I'll go ahead and just start off with mine, and
Just some good tea, by the way.
my
mine's.
tea's all the way over there.
Want me to get your tea?
No, yeah. I'll get it when I'm ready.
And I just drink my tea just straight up, no sugar. And that rawness. Pure. All right. So.
I like my tea like I like my woman. Light and flavor.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Light and floral.
I into jasmine.
I mean, it is jasmine tea.
Almost just like hot water. I don't know.
Caliente.
That's sick. So you like them hot? All right. Tangent here. All right. So why do hip hop artists romanticize about death? I mean, one, it's been done for a minute now. I mean, Tupac is obviously like a recognizable figure, especially in the later forms of his life. I mean, even Biggie's final album, Life After Death, just when some song like "Nobody Till Somebody Kills You." Like, even when I first listened to that song when that album came out, I mean, it's like, whoa. Even both those early albums, you can argue that they often talk about death. Hell, even their very, very, very first album is called "The Faces of Death." So that always what intrigued me. Like, why do you guys think that artists often romanticize about death?
I feel like because a lot of hip hop artists, their upbringing is exposed to a lot of death. I don't think, for instance, like Tupac, Biggie, or even we'll say, who else did you say? Bone Thugs. Their upbringing might be because of death. I mean, if you think about culture of black culture, the community of the hip hop, not even hip hop, just black culture itself.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to slaves and stuff, and their ancestors were murdered, raped, and stuff like that. So I think death hits close to home because outside of, I mean, what freedom do they really have? So I think that's the reason why death is kind of like the ultimatum, because their whole life has been taught, your culture, your ancestors have been killed, have been slaughtered, have been murdered, have been pretty much sold to somebody else. So I think being in slavery is like the closest thing you can be to being dead without being totally killed. You're still alive, but what do you have to live for?
Right.
I think that could be a valid reason why so many artists are infatuated with death. And yeah.
Well, what about from a depression standpoint? Like, I know you and I were talking about this like way back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I believe it was Black Beetle where Joy Badass was doing a scenario like if he died and.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know why death is so popular. I think a lot of artists believe it's cool to be the martyr.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're that guy that died for what you believed in, so you start a movement. And I feel like a lot of people listen to Biggie, to Pac, to Bone Thugs. They kind of get that idea. It's like, oh man, these dudes was willing to die for it. Some did die for it, and
Right.
look how glorious they are now. I mean, they're idolized.
Yeah.
You got pictures of Biggie and Pac and Jam Master Jay, Aaliyah, Left Eye. What is it called?
Big Pun,
Just got them all.
Big L.
It feels like it's glamorized, and to me, in some cases, I mean, there's some people like Nato said, there's some people who live that life, and that's what they know. Death has been a big part of what made them who they are. But on the flip side, I don't think everybody has lived that life.
Right.
And I think they just see, what was that one joke? It was this one movie with Cedric the Entertainer and D. Ray Davis. He made a joke, and it always stuck with me. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna get shot." He's like, "Why you gonna get shot?"
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, he's like, "Cause if I die, I'm Pac. If I live, I'm 50 Cent."
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, isn't that crazy that, I mean, even me getting into music, like rap in general, I was like, do I have the credibility to be a rapper, hip hop artist? Because
in today's age,
well, how about
it changed a lot.
How about in the past, in the 90s?
Oh, you had to put up like a macho persona.
Yeah, because
I think like Pharrell and Kanye definitely broke that mold.
Well, yeah. Well, that was in the 2000s.
That was
but back then, like, it was either tough guy, gangster,
gangster conscious.
Exactly, one or the three.
To be honest with you, I can't name a lot of non-gangster rappers outside. Well, that's R&B. I was gonna say John B. But
there's really none. There's really none.
There's Vanilla Ice. There was.
But I mean, you see when you say
even they went
Beastie Boys.
But when you say Vanilla Ice, it was kind of a.
Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys were tight though.
What's his name? The DJ. The fact that founded Nas.
Oh, MC Search.
MC Search, yeah.
Of course, there's he went into folk music, but he's I know he's in the group House of Pain.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, it was like it seemed like if he wasn't black, you were kind of gimmicky. Because everybody loved Beastie Boys, but their songs are like they hit a certain. Back then I felt like they were like certain people.
Yeah, until eventually like people like warmed up.
I think when Eminem came in, people started getting like, hey, white guys can rap too. Hey.
What's always interesting to me too is like Eminem always seemed to be like the talk rather than the Beastie Boys, even though the Beastie Boys have been there longer before Eminem.
Yeah. So we was talking about death, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's my opinion. I think a lot of artists today are trying to just reach that modern,
live fast and die young.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like some of them probably just don't give a fuck about how they live, and they don't really care about their life. If that's the case, I feel bad for you. But
that sucks.
What's also interesting too is like even after Pac's death, like it's a conversation my best friend and I had like years ago. It's interesting to see like now he's regarded as a saint.
Yeah, that's what like you see paintings of these people like Aaliyah, Pac, Big Pun. Those are like pictures of saints the way they're depicted.
So like a lot of people tend to forget some of the things that they did do.
But yeah, I mean, that's one of those things that's gonna always stay relevant in all cultures, you know, because everybody has to die, right?
Yeah.
But I think
Even in every aspect or every genre of music, there's someone out there who's talking about, you know, some sort of.
I think on that scale, our death versus their death, I think some death is more like Japanese culture. Their death is more honorable. Yeah, I was looking for the word. I was gonna say glamour, but that wasn't the word I was looking for. It's more honorable.
Like, what do you mean by honorable?
Like from a samurai's standpoint?
Yeah, I guess that's
standpoint. I mean, how many samurais are in Japan right now?
Not many, right?
Yeah, I mean, what is the Isn't like Japan one of the highest suicide rates?
Is it
in the world? It's like one of those Asian countries. Their suicide rate is extremely high. If it's China or Japan or something, because the way they work, you know, you know, their work ethic breaks because they just 24/7. So the suicide rate is high. So when you say, you know, one culture's, you would have to put a time frame on it and stuff.
That's true.
I don't know. I might be wrong. It might not be Japan. That's the one that super high suicide rate. It might be another Asian country, but I've read that somewhere.
Stop killing yourself.
Yeah.
Let death happen naturally. Don't welcome it. Well, welcome it. Don't fear it.
Yeah,
because that's the reality of life. But if you're infatuated with it,
how you want to die?
I was a joke growing up. I wanted to die in the gym. Like, it was a joke growing up. I wanted to die in the gym.
I was watching. What's that movie? Final Destination.
Oh man. No, I'm okay. I don't watch those kind of movies.
They're funny though. I was like, man, if death comes at me like that, I hope I die cool.
Quick. You know what? There's always a question you ask, like, would you want to know how you would die or when you would die?
Neither. Yeah, because I don't know.
Because when you know, like, if you knew,
because if I knew how I'm gonna die, I'm trying to avoid something.
But you're gonna your destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny, what was going to play. I think that's something.
I think knowing, like, it's
just knowing all together. Yeah.
That's something
like,
I want that shit to be a surprise.
We shouldn't know. We shouldn't know when. We didn't know when we're gonna be born, so we shouldn't know when we're dead. However we do die. But I think death. I think artists or people in general should look at it and really put more respect towards it, because
there are cultures that do put respect.
Oh yeah, I think death is, in my opinion, I think death is beautiful, because whether you believe in some sort of, whatever your belief is towards what's afterwards, I think really allows it to really be a beautiful thing, because we have people who are on their deathbed who are paralyzed, or we have people who are sick and they're dying and they're on the verge of it and they pass on to a better life if that's what's really out there. So I think artists, we need to not talk about it so loosely, because I think that's the thing, because like you're speaking it into existence. You don't want to do that. The more you talk about something, the more opportunities you allow in your life. I used to.
Yeah, you might end up in jail. About how many people you kill, right?
I would always say this: if I were to die today, I'd be happy because I've accomplished a lot in my life. But then I stopped saying that, because I was like, what am I really saying? Like, I'm speaking it that I'm okay with dying right now. And I mean, I think that's okay. I think if you accept death, because that's reality, we live and we die. Yeah. That's just the only two. There's three realities in this world. We're born. Some of us pay taxes. Some of us don't. And we die.
Yeah.
So I think that should be. I think it should be discussed in a more appropriate manner versus
just romanticizing it, like hoping and praying for it.
Well, I don't think they're hoping and praying for it, but
yeah.
Like you said, speaking into existence. I feel like Pop spoke his death.
Yeah, he but I would argue like he knew he was gonna die, not because like as far as like a hip hop aspect, but from who he was, and who his family was, like who he was associated with. I mean, it's no secret. Even just from like according from certain individuals that hung out with him, like he already, even when he was in jail, like he knew he was gonna have a short life, just based on who he was related to and based on his last name.
That's crazy.
Wow, man. That's wild. That would suck. I mean, I guess he lived his life the way he wanted to live it. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
He did do a lot of great things.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure there's a flip side to that as well.
There's always a
You
flip
don't
side.
know.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say though? Before I interrupted you, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. I guess. Yeah, I forgot. I was like, oh, if I forgot, I guess it's not important.
Okay.
But yeah.
Whoever's watching this, if you had a way to die, don't like that. Don't like that.
Yeah, I was like,
don't do that.
It's like,
I'm kidding.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't want that.
I don't want to read those comments. Like, holy shit. It's like,
I'm gonna tell you to go see a therapist.
I feel like.
No, say it. Just say it.
Nah.
Damn.
I'm not gonna touch that.
I wish I could read your mind
I'm
right now.
not gonna touch that one right there.
Is it that bad?
No, it's not that bad. I just don't want to speak into it.
yeah. Well, let's see.
I think death brings family together.
Yeah. It's a shame.
It's a shame that it
that's
does.
the only thing that brings family together.
That's a shame.
There's a book called Tuesdays with Maury. Have you guys read it? Okay, I recommend everybody who watches this podcast to read this book, Tuesdays with Maury. Mitch something was the author. I'll give you a quick, if you guys do read it, you'll get why this happens. This gentleman has a living funeral. He knows he's dying, sick, and this and that. He knows that his body's decomposing pretty much. But what he does is people never smell the roses before they die, correct? We never get to hear the praises. Like we never get to hear what we've done to somebody's life until we are beyond this world. So what he did was, rather than not hearing it all, he invited everybody over to his house and created a living funeral where everybody spoke of it then and now, versus him not hearing it all, which I think is a beautiful thing. Because
No. I mean, it can be a beautiful thing.
I mean, you got to deal with the pros and cons of how you live your life.
True.
I mean, honestly, I would like to do that.
Frank was an asshole.
I'll be like this. Damn right I was. What'd you do? What'd you do?
You're dead, Frank. Stop talking.
I'm like, nah, I'm still alive. I still got this
bro,
much.
This is your funeral. You can't talk at your funeral.
Can't talk. It's a living funeral. I think people should read that book. Tuesdays with Maury. Go read it.
Actually, yeah, that'd be good. Like on the comments.
Yeah, go if you ever read Tuesdays with Maury or haven't heard of it or read it, let me know what you think about that book. We're gonna do a book discussion on Tuesdays with Maury. I actually had a book club one
Next
point.
time on KOS, the book club edition.
Hey, I've had a book club before. We actually did Tuesdays with Maury. Poetry. Ask about us.
I guess going on this subject, like one thing that my mom always told me, and this was something that
We should get your mom on this podcast, man.
no,
You talk about your mom almost every time.
no,
She's an honorary.
She's an honorary KOS member.
no.
I don't want her on the show.
But
I want to ask you a question. Is this true? Your son said this. Is this true?
no, you're on. If that were happening, like she would check.
I got video proof. Your son said this about you.
You're about to you're gonna snitch on me.
No, I'm not to content.
But this is what she always told me, like to my face. She said, "I don't want you to cry at my funeral. So I want to see these tears now. If you're gonna show any emotion to me, I want to see it now. Give me flowers. Don't cry, because I'm not gonna be here to see it." Yeah, exactly. And that I looked at her and I was like,
That's real.
I get what
Your
you're
mom's
saying.
an OG for that. That's real. That's something real because we never get to see that emotion. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people would love to tell somebody how they feel towards somebody else,
Yeah.
but we'll never do it because it's like it's a frightening moment because you feel the type of way towards somebody.
Yeah.
But then you say it's too late. They're dead.
Exactly. And it's a lot of, even though it may give you peace, it's a lot of unresolvedness in this sense. But I mean, it went dark super quick, but yeah.
Go read Tuesdays with Maury.
But yeah, we'll move on to our next topic.
We're gonna check
Yeah, I'll go do that right now. Site positive.
Give Devo his tea too.
Oh, man, much appreciated.
Yeah, I appreciate the tea. Back up.
You gotta make sure you're in front of me.
I got you. Go get his tea.
Okay.
I got you.
Much obliged, homie.
I'm gonna do the clap this time.
Do it loud.
I'm gonna make it funky though. I'm
Let's
just
do
kidding.
3 o'clock.
Maybe Justice is clapping.
No, perfect. No.
Wait, are you really drinking the tea through that shirt? Through that?
Mm-hmm.
What if it was dirty, full of sweat?
I watched it.
There you go.
Great scratch money.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore.
Uber. Trying to put me out here.
I mean,
Fucking goober.
I wear I wear those masks too but I put it on my hair though. It's different.
Damn.
I mean, I do wash them.
I tried to get a white-faced Gucci mask, but they weren't selling them.
Oh, and we should.
Actually, someone made a meme.
Someone actually made a white face one. What was cool about it were the lips.
What color were they still, red?
They were pink and small as fuck.
Yep.
I shouldn't have. That's racist. Racism goes across the board.
It does. It goes on every level. They've been on the Latino and the Black community.
Yeah.
Racism exists. Let's not say it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, what were we talking about? Oh, well, I actually had a good idea when I was making this cup of tea. I'm talking fitness. I'm gonna talk about that real quick because
Okay.
I'm not the fittest man in the world.
But you helped me get in shape too. So like you know a lot. You've been through your own little journey through it. So a lot of my clients have this issue of understanding calories and how to consume proper amount of food. So I'm just gonna throw this out there. This is me and my idea of it all. In this day and age, there's so much information out there that a lot of things are probably either misinterpreted or people just assume that because this is the trend that everybody's doing, it's going to work for me.
Agree.
So we can talk about veganism, the paleo diet, carb cycling, this, and this, and this, and this. I'm going to say this.
Okay.
Calories are calories because I know people who do, if it fits your macros, which is a macronutrient, is the calories that you get from protein, fats, and carbs.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep it simple. Those are macros, macronutrients. That's where you get your calories from. Protein and carbs, we get 4 calories per gram, right? Yeah. Fat, there's 9. So now I'm not good at math, but let's just say I got 2,000 calories to reach on a daily basis. That's how many calories I need to consume to maintain.
Right.
So I got to figure out how many calories from protein, carbs, and fat I need to gain 2,000 calories.
Mm-hmm.
So my calorie count might be different from D-Will's and Vector's. I burn calories different than D-Will and Vector. So people need to understand that however you burn your calories is going to dictate the amount of calories you consume. Protein we need to obviously rebuild muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Carbohydrates, I'm a fan of carbs. A lot of people don't like carbs. I think carbs need to be consumed. Carbohydrates are a source of energy. Your brain works
Yeah.
I carb cycle, which is when you don't take carbs for like 3 or 4 days, and I went to math class, I couldn't function. I couldn't function. Your brain actually does function. I think it's 100 grams. I might be wrong, but I need be 100 grams of carbohydrates. Hey, why is that thing?
The battery.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna do a slide pause. Halftime.
Go ahead, put on.
Okay.
What?
We're gonna keep going.
Okay. And then, so fats, obviously, you get 9 calories. So, one of my clients right now, Rick, he wants to gain a 6-pack, and he wants to gain weight, but his idea.
Slide pause here. Everyone that's watching live, we'll be back in a few seconds.
I forgot I have a dentist.
Huh?
I forgot I have an appointment for. I gotta reschedule that.
Doctor's appointment?
Yeah, I have a doctor's appointment, but I need to get my blood work done before I go to my doctor's appointment.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We need to clap again.
Okay, so he wants to gain some muscle mass. He fasts. I'm a firm believer in fasting because when you do fast, you tend to burn more calories when you work out because you're
Intermittent fasting?
I do intermittent. Well, I mean, technically speaking, everybody technically does intermittent fasting.
What's your
3 threes every 3 hours. Every 3 hours a week.
No, when you fast.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
my last meal would be like at 8 p.m. and then I won't consume anything till like 11 or noon the next day. But as soon as I eat a lot of fattening food, but I'm not talking about like McDonald's or anything. I'm talking about
like meats,
high fats, coconut oil, egg yolk. I'm sorry, that's high cholesterol. Almond milk.
All of egg is high cholesterol, actually.
See what I mean? Yeah. Other people know more than I do. That's why I love doing what I do. But that's what I would consume. I do Greek yogurt too. I stay away from the only dairy I consume, I guess, would be Greek yogurt because it is dairy. But that's what I do. Then I think I wanted to say this because a lot of people are sold on the idea of a diet because a
diets don't work.
Diets don't. First of all, diets don't
change your lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a complete lifestyle because if I was to tell A, B, and C, hey, A, this is what you're gonna do for a week. B, this is what you're gonna do for a week. C, this is what you're gonna do for a week. We're gonna come back and we're gonna see what you did. Chances are A, B, and C did not follow what I told them to do because they don't have that proper habits.
Yeah, and just based on their body typing, just
and they're
how it works.
It's different. So what we need to understand is, I tell everybody, this is what you need to do to start. Take a gallon of water, or take any measurable amount of water and just drink that first. Drink it for a week. Do that every single day. Now, okay, cool. Week 2, let's talk about
pissing all day.
You're gonna be pissing all day, but you're gonna probably lose a little bit of weight. You're probably gonna feel a lot better about yourself. And those headaches you always have, you're probably not gonna have them.
You're not gonna have them anymore.
You'll probably be, your organs will thank you, your brain will thank you, your skin's gonna thank you, your eyesight will thank you, your whole human body will thank you because we are. Yeah,
your bladder will be a little pissed off, but it will thank you. It will thank you later.
That's why if you haven't noticed, I random. I'll take this to the mall and drink it.
I have it in the car just for emergencies.
True. Shoot, I remember when I started like eating healthy, I would take bags of chicken to the mall, and all my friends would think I'm crazy, but yet I got the body I wanted.
Man, have you seen the prices at the food court?
It's expensive. You're telling me I'm crazy because I'm taking food.
I take my own food to the theater too. Sure.
Hey, I do too. Snuck it in. I took Chipotle once in the movie theater. I don't know how I got away with it. Well, anyways, going back to the eating. So that's why I tell you, drink a gallon of water for the first week. Second week, let's because you can't completely take a habit out. You have to replace it with something. So let's just say you don't eat breakfast. Now, eating breakfast is going to be difficult because there's a few reasons that go into that. You not eating breakfast. First and foremost, your body's not used to it. So consuming something on the crack of dawn when you wake up, your body will probably not like it because your body's not used to that. So start with something small. Second thing, you're probably like, I don't have enough time to cook. I wake up, I go to work, wake up earlier, right? Third thing is cut out. I tell people if you drink coffee, cut out the dairy or cut off the extra sugar. So let's say for the first week, eat breakfast. Third week, take out tortillas. Anything that's like a carbohydrate that's not
like starchy food.
Starchy food, yeah.
That's the biggest.
Regular potatoes, take those out. Wow. Yeah, well, because they're heavy in starch. From my understanding, yam, sweet potatoes. I was told that from who I worked with when I did bodybuilding competition, and he's an ex-bodybuilder.
Oh, okay. You going off?
I'm going off of what is the best way for my education. What is the best way to maintain a lean body fat percentage and not get so heavy in the gut? Because if we're trying to, everything starts in the gut. Yeah. So if we're inflamed, I'm not saying regular potatoes will give you inflammation, but they are heavier on the stomach. And if we really think about consuming more calories in food, if you eat a heavier amount of food, it's going to take longer to digest. A lot of people don't understand depression comes from gut. And I haven't noticed a lot of times. It's proven, and I've researched it on myself when towards the end of the month, when my money's tight and I don't have the amount of calories I know I should be consuming, I'm not gonna say I get depressed, but I do get moody. I do feel a type of way. I do get all like kind of like that. But I think I was gonna talk about more. Noah James, he's a client of mine. He's losing a lot of weight. Hey, he's losing a lot of weight. Sigh. No one saw that. So I think he's losing a lot of weight. I think fitness is a big thing that we need to talk about in the community because it could solve a lot of problems. D-Will could attest to that because D-Will was a mightier D-Will at one point.
It was obese D-Will or morbidly obese D-Will.
Morbidly. Yeah, you're pretty heavy. And the dreads too.
Yeah.
How long are your dreads?
How old were they?
Long.
Long. They were short.
On the shoulder length. Very pretty long.
Like almost shoulder length a little bit.
They were a little bit longer.
Yours were a little longer.
No, yeah, true, yeah.
Got them down.
They were, when we first met.
But yeah, so drink your water, and we'll talk about more of this later. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to say. Like, don't buy into Herbalife.
Yeah.
Don't buy into Weight Watchers
Don't.
or Optavia or
Or the keto diet, because that's also dangerous.
Oh,
as
the
well. So,
keto, high fats. I think that's bad
yeah, that's
because you shouldn't eat bacon is bad for you.
don't mess with the carnivore diet, especially
What is that? Pure meat?
pure meat. That's
you're
the-
just
that's the
saying
main thing.
you're asking for trouble
Is
on
it?
that.
Yeah, I think it was I think people this is my theory on the carnivore diet. People who didn't like vegetables as kids were like, man, vegans, they just eat plants. What if we just fucking
Eat
meat
meat.
and just call it the carnivore diet?
Yeah, just trying to do it like a trainer's trying to start something.
Yeah.
Broccoli, vegetables
But,
are important to your digestive tract and to your pooping.
Yeah, but apparently a lot of these I'm not endorsing this diet, but a lot of people said they've had benefits to their gut health. And everything.
The carnivore diet?
Yeah, look it up.
Well, I mean,
Find it all
people
over
consuming a lot of meat.
I mean, they're just eating. Well, not a lot of meat. Their meals just consist of meat and cheese.
Oof.
Isn't that going to clog up your arteries?
I would assume so. A lot of cholesterol. And they use you get fatty meats too. It's not even like that.
Oh, okay.
Blood
So it's
pressure
not
alone.
like heavy.
No, they get fatty meats. They don't get like lean meats.
There's this book that I'm supposed to read. I haven't finished it. It's called Nutrition for Your Type.
Yeah.
So it's a book that
It's based off of your nationality or something.
kind of your blood type.
Oh, that sounds like some bulk stuff.
Well, I mean, this is my theory as to why it would be like practical. I haven't read it, but I had a friend of mine. She's RN, registered nutritionist. She went to school for all this. She did OChem and all that fun stuff.
That's what RN stands for?
Well, no, registered nurse.
Yeah.
RD, registered dietitianist.
I got you.
I'm sorry, I confused the two. So I asked her, I said, hey, there's this book I'm reading, and I wanted to ask you if your take on this and what have your studies shown or what have your professor stated. And my thing is, I say it like this. It's like if you knew your exact blood type, and if we knew the exact foods that complement your blood type, and if you consume those foods that complement your blood type, think about how well your body would function. Now think of it now, we'll compare it to a car. You have a Honda Civic or whatever, you put those exact make and model parts in it, what's gonna happen to the car? Chances are it's gonna run smooth. Now, if we think of the human body like that, what if that was true? What if I knew that my diet or my eating needed to be, because even my uncle did it, he's not supposed to eat black beans, but he can eat pinto beans.
So it gets that detailed.
It gets that
I'll
detailed.
have to research that. I don't know. That sounds.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, because here's the thing, and also discuss about how different various blood types came from different parts of the world, and we migrated to here.
I get. Well,
that's and I'm like,
is that like? Because I feel like, even amongst, let's do a small group, like say Native Americans.
Yes.
I feel like Native Americans have varying blood types.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like they would all have to eat a diet specific to that blood type.
If in the book, yes.
But being in a tribal
environment,
you eat what the hunter-gatherers bring home.
Well, see, at the same time, back then, they didn't have the research for this. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, if you think about it,
but I think what I was getting at was like, because you said if blood types were regional,
yes,
then if that tribe did all have the same blood type and they were eating the same foods, then everybody in that tribe
would
be
eat
super healthy.
Yes.
Like because they're eating towards their blood type. But
Yes.
what about sicknesses? People who got sick during those times, wasn't healthy or super nourished as well. That's why I'm skeptical about things like that because it's like you gotta.
There's a lot to consider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't write the book, but I could tell you this: if it's like the diseases back then. I mean, cooking meat back then was probably like the most unhealthiest thing to do because there was no way of cleaning.
I think they put well, I hope they did. I wasn't there, so.
I wasn't there. But I mean, at the same time, wouldn't blood type still be able to adapt to the surroundings? Over time, like, doesn't the human body adapt to the environment it's in?
Well, if that's the case, why wouldn't blood types adapt today?
Maybe blood types not meant to adapt.
But then,
I don't know because it was saying that I gotta read the book.
Yeah, I gotta research that.
But
can't talk about
it went in detail, and I was like, "Yo, this is convincing enough to the details of just." And for me, it made sense because it was like, okay, cool. If I knew that I was blood type O positive or whatever, and I knew that my blood is more receptive to eating certain, even vegans who are vegans to you're plant based, but it said like your blood type. Let's just say you're O. Your body wouldn't benefit from. This is not how the book said, but this is me. What if I can sum up the book? It's saying that your blood type is not receptive to what you're consuming. Okay. So you might have more negative issues because you're not consuming the proper food. But
it just I don't know. It gets me when it gets down to like you can eat black beans, but you can't eat pink beans. I mean, bean is a bean to me at the end of the day.
I mean,
that's just what I'm saying. I'm not trying to shit on you.
Tomato, some tomato, man. Come on. I'm trying to sound sophisticated. What's up, potato?
Potato.
Potatoes are
tomato.
Yeah, I only eat potatoes and tomatoes.
I eat tamales. You eat tamales?
Oh, bro. D Vegan from Montana.
Wait.
Shout out D Vegan from Montana.
What's that?
She makes Mexican food from
Right.
She's from what's that origin starts with an M?
No.
She be making tamales.
Masa?
No, not that. I gotta look her up on it.
Where she live? Is it a restaurant?
Well, no, she cooks at home and then you order online and then she sends you
the delivery location.
Yeah, or they can deliver to your house depending on where you at. You should follow her on Instagram. Her food looks so. It's all vegan.
You know what we should do? We should have her cook us a little plate and eat it while we do our podcast.
Next week I'll order some up and I'll go pick it up.
That's marketing.
All right.
That's a marketing tactic.
Shout out DB. She her food be looking mad fire. I'm trying to every time I be getting on because it goes fast because I be going online everything I want is already sold out.
Oh man.
So you gotta be on top of that.
Yeah. Have them quick fingers.
Yeah, man. Somebody trying to cop some new shoes.
Ooh. I don't know about all that.
Whatever.
Yeah, but pay attention to your gut. Watch how your poop sits or floats, because that's actually something that tells you a lot.
Look in the toilet when you're done. Don't just flush.
Don't just flush. Watch. Study yourself. Know yourself. Isn't this KOS knowledge of self?
Yeah,
know your poop.
Like I didn't eat peanuts yesterday.
Oh shit! Apparently your shit did.
It's like, oh, cool. All right, not to get too gross.
Shit jokes.
What you want to talk about, Mighty B Will?
Granted that I'm sitting here today where somebody else is supposed to be sitting here.
Oh man.
Yeah, let's talk about professionalism and everything.
Okay.
Being a professional and not doing no calls, no shows. I don't know if you want to drop the name of the guy who was supposed to be here.
Well, technically, they already talked about him a few times.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that then. But there's also other things outside of the podcast. Not everything doesn't revolve around KOS, but I just want to talk about
it does.
It does. You be on Instagram, you see rappers or artists or whatever you want to call yourself, talk about, oh yeah, I'm hustling 9 to 5, or was it 7, 24/7, 365,
25/8.
25/8,
Clock that extra hour the
366.
other day.
25/8, 366 and everything. And then granted, I get it. We're not fucking the All Out Show. We're not the Breakfast Club. We're not the Wake Up Show or anything, but respect us, man. Fucking respect us. When we get called out to do the shows, we arrive to the location, if not 30 minutes, an hour before everything is ready to go, because we're out there, we need to prepare ourselves for what's about to go on. And when we book artists for interviews, when we book artists to come onto the show, when we book artists to submit work to the magazine, and it's just a laggy process where it's like, yo, are you about this or not? It gets very frustrating. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it gets to a point where, like, you know, I'm not going to respond to the person anymore.
And like, I do respond back to the person, because it's like I have to show my responsibility and my professionalism just to get the point across to them. Like, yo, just because you're lacking on what you're doing doesn't mean I'm going to lack mine. I look at you on Instagram, you're up over here talking about, oh yeah, you know, I'm up at 7 a.m. doing the grind.
Yeah.
You know, I'm up at 5 a.m. doing the grind. But like when it's time to actually work and do so, we're building platforms for people, and we're trying to boost you as an artist, and you treat us like, you know, we're nobody. It hurts.
It's irritating.
It's very irritating.
Especially when we go out of our way to either book the venue or the spot.
And it's not like like I said, I don't think I'm bigger than who I am. I know we're Untapped Hip Hop. I know our fan base, and I know who rocks with us, and you know who would like to rock with us. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if you're going to be a professional, I feel like you should treat every opportunity, you know, whether it's from the Wake Up Show, Breakfast Club, All Out Show, Knowledge Yourself, in the same round, because you never know what might happen. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, what if we blow up? What if we become something
There's no what if.
When we blow up, we become something dope. We're gonna be looking at you as like, you know, when we put on our shows, when we do street lifts and everything, and we try to look for artists, it's like, well, homeboy over here or homegirl over here, they was like, I don't know if I can rely on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's
there's been like other issues too, like whether we booked certain artists in the past before, and then like, I mean, I understand, like, you know, certain things happen, and like I do appreciate, like, you know, the people that responded to us as far as like, hey, I can't make it, but like at the very, very, very last minute, or again like a no show or a no call, where it's like, dude.
That's something that's why I'm sitting here today. That's why I asked to be on the show today, because I'm gonna start. What was old boy's name?
Rick.
Rick what? What's his Instagram?
Born of an Immigrant.
Born of an Immigrant. Rick, I know you're an awesome person. I know you didn't mean ill to call out or not call and not show today for the podcast. But it would be nice in the future if you wasn't going to show up, you would let us know, so that way we can replan the show and work around that. I've never met you. You might be an awesome person. You might be an asshole. I don't know these things. I don't know these things. But, you know, professionalism is something that you have to show if you want to be in this arena. Like I said, we show it all the time. When we can't show up for something, we let you know at least 2 days in advance, so that way we don't hinder what you're doing as an artist. But yeah, that's my topic. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? I don't. You gotta say, do you feel uncomfortable because I called out Rick?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he's my client and he's a good friend of mine, but It's
I mean,
not-
you ain't saying nothing mean of him. That's all from my heart. Nothing came from my heart on that
and
one.
David's a good person, so I let David be. I'm a fun, but shoot, what am I saying? I think that, and I agree with the opportunity of being early, and I'm guilty of not.
Even if you're late.
Oh,
I don't care if you're 10, 20 minutes late.
You know
get caught.
what I'm guilty of? I'm guilty of leaving events early. I'm gonna be honest. I know people know that for a fact.
Hey, shit, I'll be tired. I'll be in bed early.
I gotta wake up at 6
a.m.
a.m. in the morning.
I'll make sure I finish my job before I leave, though.
You know, I think taking the opportunity serious, because I remember when I first came into the scene, Jay and Cam hit me up and was like, "Yo, I want you to be on this podcast." I was like, "Oh shit!" I got there early, and I remember with you guys, the San Marino show, I stayed late, made sure to put everything away, helped you guys with that.
That was my first, because
Yeah.
that was the first time we actually got help.
It was cool too.
Yeah, that was back in January of last year.
There was snow at Cal State San Bernardino.
Yeah, that's wild. I think it was just ice, to be honest.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Couldn't make snowballs on that shit.
Oh no, people might
Like chunks of ice.
I think people need to consider. I think once you're in the role, once you're in the shoes of somebody putting an event together, and you know all the stress that it comes with, you learn to really reevaluate how you, as the participant, participate. Because I remember when I would throw my own events at the batting cages in Fontana. When an event started at 8 o'clock, I had to be there at 7. Because
Sometimes earlier.
so yeah, it depends or you could be smart at nighttime and set up. You know, you gotta take into consideration. But there's moments where like you as a creator of the event, you have to realize everything you're going through, whether that be renting a space from somebody, whether that be your own space, whether that
A lot of
be
time and money and effort.
a lot of
Even small ones, even if it's, like what we do on a scale, you know what I mean? It's not a huge event, but a lot of planning, a lot of time.
Execution.
Effort, yeah.
it's like a 2 to 3 hour, just in a 2 hour 3 event, 2 to 3 months could go into it.
Yeah.
And then you got people, oh, I can't be.
Last minute, they just don't show up. It's like, all right, man, this could have been, I could have put somebody else on.
Oh, we can do this. Let's talk about this. How do you prepare for professionalism?
How do I prepare?
That just came in my head right now. Buy a calendar.
I don't prepare for professionalism. I am professional. I wake up every morning professional.
Who said this? Zen Soul said this. Be ready so you stay ready so you never have to be ready.
What was it? Check it. I got one for you.
Hold on. Let me restart this real quick.
What happened?
No, before it.
What happened?
It was about to cut out.
Oh, for sure.
All right, go for it, guys.
So we talked about Japan earlier. There's this old story about a Japanese soldier, samurai, who was in a communal garden next to just commoners and stuff. Everybody was there. He was a soldier. He always had his sword on hand. And one of the villagers asked him, "Why is it that you carry your sword on hand in time of peace?" He was like, "I'd rather be a warrior in time of peace instead of a commoner or civilian, in time of war."
That's
So like, it's
wow.
like I paraphrase,
Oh shit.
but it's like that's what I live by. After I think the book that Ghost Dog was reading, that's one of the stories.
That was one of them.
Yeah. So it's like
Wait, Goldstone?
Ghost Dog.
Oh, I was like the wrestler?
No. It was Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't there a wrestler called Goldstone?
No.
Not like another.
Oh, you talking about
the bald headed dude.
Stone.
Not Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Goldust?
No, not Goldust. Wasn't there another? I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Let's cut this one out.
It's live.
Oh.
On the edited version, no. I'll make a note of it.
But yeah, like those are my thoughts on professionalism.
I'm definitely going on to like what David just mentioned. and this is how I guess, for example, was like David and I have an understanding, like what David expects of me. Even when he came to me about Untap and being a part of it, he knew from the get-go, this is without me saying, like, when he asked me to come, like, he knew that he could rely on me. And that it goes without saying, like, he knew I took professionalism seriously. So I knew I was going to be late, or something happened, whether it be a family issue or a car issue. I always let this man know at least a day or two if I wasn't going to make it or not, or something happened, or if I was going to be late. Or if I knew I was going to be late, I would always, especially back in the day, I would always go with him to his spot and tell him, like, all right, I'll meet you there at this time. Even from an anxiety standpoint, like I know, like there would probably be like 3 or 4 times out of the week I'll tell, like, hey, David, I'm going to be at this time. And even though he knows already, it'll be Tuesday. David, hey, just let you know I'm going to be here at this time. And then this another example, like even like Friday, like, hey, David, just go on with me. I'll just meet you there. There's been situations like that, and I'm sure I drove him crazy a few times, but there was that understanding between us, like, yo, like if I'm not gonna make it or I'm gonna drop the ball, I am letting this man know so he can plan accordingly and go on without me, and then I would catch up with him. It's like, all right, I'm ready to go. Whatever I need to catch up, just throw it to me and I'll get it.
So I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
Let me pose this question to the audience, man. Is there a time or a situation where you put in a lot of work and effort into anything, where you invited, someone to come through and showcase their art or their work, and it was a no call, no show? Let us know in the comments. Let us know how that made you feel, and do you rock with that artist anymore? And if you don't, let us know why, so that way we don't try to book them.
In no way this is like no disrespect, but it has to be addressed. But like with me, like we get, like, we're not the Breakfast Club, we're not whatever is the biggest or what's trending.
And we're not assholes. We know shit happens. People have lives, have families, have things to do out there. It's just, shit. Just let us know.
Yeah, that's all we ask.
I sound like a desperate girlfriend right now. Like, hey, just call me, babe.
But
That's
true.
true.
But the point is professionalism, and just let us know, because we do take note of that and we don't forget. Yeah. So it's because it's been to the past.
I was late today. I don't know. Is that what you're doing?
It's not professional.
I texted.
Well, that's not why I was looking at you. I was just going to ask you a question.
I was late today.
I forgot my question.
No, but he did let us know.
Yeah. So, and it's his show, part of his show.
It's not my show, it's our show.
Well, it's your 2 show, so. I'm just here when people no call, no show. That's my new gig.
No call, no show.
So I'm like the Green Power Ranger before he became a main character. I show up every once in a while. Just let people have it.
It's needed.
As I dip my tea bag. Oh, that sounded corny as fuck.
That didn't sound right at all.
Dip my tea bag in my cup. What's that shit? What's the thing? Like sipping on tea. Is that what people do nowadays? As I sip my tea and talk shit amongst my friends to other people behind Instagram.
You're sipping on tea. Yeah, spill the tea.
Spill the tea. I'm sorry.
It's too much to keep up with.
I'm not gonna spill that tea because it's not
good.
my house.
It's good. I made it, so don't spill my tea.
It's hard tea. It's bad tea. It's not
I took my time, put my water up skin.
You just use the hot water dispenser.
I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. I keep thinking this leg stands your foot. Like keep every time I touch it, I'm like, oh shit.
Pretend it is my foot, don't touch it again.
You're right. That works.
I'm just fucking with you, bro. You know I love you like a brother.
Just kidding myself.
Missed.
I was all looking at the. I should have just looked at the screen. I'm all looking at the screen.
I was like, huh?
I'm all looking at the screen like, oh, wow, I'm missing.
But
So how you guys want to wrap this? Oh man, yeah. How you want to wrap this up? I think that's all I had on my chest and my heart to talk about today.
let's see. I mean, pretty much just covers it. I mean, it needs to be what's said, and we'll just leave it at that. But on the other hand, going back into productive culture, if you need some podcast services, you know where to reach you. Kind of productive culture.
Free.
First podcast free. Just drop KOS's name.
Yeah, and visit productive culture /podcast.
I know this is probably going to be afterwards, but I'm dropping a music video soon.
Nice.
I don't.
Nice.
Hey, I'm here.
Can't bring you nowhere.
I'm here. This is my time.
Wait a minute.
If you see
Don't you got a new album?
Oh, well, I mean, I dropped it a while ago, but Escape the Trap is still available.
He's selling all these trunks, so you see him.
I literally am selling them out of my trunk. I'm slanging. I'm slanging. I got albums for sale, t-shirts coming soon. I might sell D Will. He's very valuable.
I'm not.
It's too late. Too late. I already got it. I put up. Hello?
My soul is not for sale.
Oh yeah, D Will. How much you? Hello. They want to talk to you.
Because they know already.
But that's all I wanted to say.
So,
Wait. What do you normally say when you're here?
when I'm here?
Yeah. Don't you?
Want to tell them the family motto?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah. So,
I feel comfortable when you say I don't. You know, that's your thing.
all right. So, I like to end off with the Untapped Hip Hop family motto and the Untapped Hip Hop tagline. You know, hustle like you don't have a plan B, and fuck them like you ugly. A lot of people ask me what that means. If you know, you know. I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. And tap into your potential.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Go ahead.
On that note, thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to follow us at Untapped Hip Hop. That is all social media platforms through Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Now, of course,
New Age Takeover. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, New Age Takeover, or I am New Age Takeover. If you're trying to get in shape, I just talked about nutrition, New Age Athletics on Instagram and on Twitter.
And you can catch me in the 25th hour. I am the Mighty D Will. You see me on the streets, don't talk to me.
You might slap me. Peace.
peace. KOS.
Out.
Alrighty.